Welcome to the 25th Hour podcast, where successful business owners talk about the magic of creating a 25th hour every day. I'm your host, Lisa Crilly Malice. We've all been there. Your calendar's in great shape, your to-do list is done, you are totally in the zone. All the balls that you have in the air are being easily juggled. And then something changes. And all of a sudden, chaos reigns. This is the podcast that will help you learn to up-level your time management strategies so you can get back in control of your day and make an extra hour, your 25th hour, a reality every day. Today, our guests are Anna Mumaw and Logan Reed. Anna and Logan are two sisters with very different views of the world, but a shared vision, which is to improve the quality of life for women worldwide by creating a platform where women of all colors and all backgrounds come together to educate, inspire, and empower each other. I hope you enjoy listening to this podcast episode as much as I did having the conversation with both Logan and Anna. Thank you both for being here.
It is our pleasure. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Now, let's talk about time management. We know that it's so easy for the day to get away from us. And you guys just started a business. You're like right around 1 year old, right?
Yeah. Call Me Unstoppable is about one and a half.
Yeah.
We're 18 months.
There we go. It's great. You're walking, you're just getting
Exactly. We're mobile now. It's amazing. It's amazing. We have our words.
Yes. And you know that you've lived it. Like, starting a business takes a lot of time, and then it doesn't really go away once the business is going. Like, it's still a lot of stuff. So what are some things that you guys do to help stay in control of your time?
Yeah. So it's okay to kick off, Anna. So we are the Unstoppable Sisters. So you'll notice we do a lot of, we tend to overtalk and all of that. So, okay. Everything that we do is framed up by what we call the Trifecta of Unstoppable. And that is aligning your heart set, your mindset, and your skill set. And your skill set is made up of your habits, structures, and support. So everything that we do is centered on your heart set. Like, that's the first place to look. So that would be the first place, even for time management. Like, so our formula, if you want to call it that, can be mapped over onto anything. So for heart set and time management, what we look at is boundaries and protecting what is nearest and dearest to your heart, and the truth of who you are and what you really want, and being super, super clear on protecting what is inside that boundary or those boundaries. What would you add, Anna?
It's just that it's easy to think of boundaries as keeping stuff out, but it's also possible to look at it as it's protecting what is inside. You have to take care and nurture what is most important to you in that inner ring. And that's what boundaries do.
Yeah.
And what's one of the things that you do to protect your boundaries?
Yeah. So I will pull it down. I've got it right here. We use something, pardon me, going off camera. We use something called the triple bottom line. Looks like this. I just keep it weak. We use reminders without effort as much as possible because we are humans and we forget. And the triple bottom line is our litmus test for every decision that we make, in this case, for Call Me Unstoppable, which is all about us as well. And the first thing on it is, does it fill my cup and nourish me? Is it good for Call Me Unstoppable? And does it benefit, empower, and uplift women? So having that as our litmus test for, do we take this project on? Do we go on this podcast? Do we not do that project? Is one of the ways that we really protect our boundaries. It's making sure that every decision meets that triple bottom line.
So like Logan said, we have that posted. I mean, it's actually like literally in front of us. So sometimes Logan will remind me, it's like, where's your triple bottom line? When I'm saying, I don't know what to do. It's really, like Logan said, reminders without effort. Things that you don't have to think about, they're just right there to remind you, are invaluable.
Absolutely. Here's my
I knew it, right? Right? And I love it. Like, we know as human beings, we get busy and then things seem important and somebody wants something and we want to serve and we want to help and we want to be there for people. And without that instant, hey, it's so easy to just be off to the races. This is one of the most powerful tools I know, and it's one of the easiest too, which is
right. Because it can be a Post-it note. It can be your
yeah.
screensaver. One of my clients, it's a rubric that she has in a page protector so that she can check it off with dry erase marker when she's making decisions.
Smart.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
can just erase and move on to the next one. All right, so we've got the first one. Now what's your second part?
So mindset, you want to talk a little bit about mindset, Anna?
Well, I'll start by saying that mindset is the lens that you see everything in your world through. And so when you're making a decision, it's very powerful in laying the foundation for making that decision, including time management decisions, which are, there's the little decisions that drive the rest of your business. So getting clear on what mindset you are in is really important. And if it's not serving you, using tools to adjust that mindset to something that is more powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually had this conversation with our coach yesterday, and the way we look at it, there's these sort of overarching mindsets, like the big ones. And, for a lot of people, I'm not good enough, right? Like just these, we call them personal myths, these myths that we've been gifted or made up about ourselves that are disempowering. So there's the high level ones, like I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not blank, fill in, I'm not blank enough, right? Like fill in your choice. And then there's the daily mindsets that of I need to take care of this right now. Like Anna and I were talking about this, so I'll use myself as an example. I have this great power to create internal pressure. Everything's urgent. Everything is like right, like everything, and that's just not a powerful place to come from. So knowing my mindsets and being really clear on them, like I believe that everything is urgent. It can be that simple. And saying it out loud would be our second tip. Say it out loud because it sounds kind of weird. Like when you say it out loud, it sounds weird. This email is really, really important. I need to get it done in the next 5 minutes. Like it just sounds odd. And it also gives the opportunity to check out like, well, no, it actually could wait until later in the day, or like it gives you the choice, right? So speaking your mindset, speaking whatever you're thinking in that moment when you're feeling frustrated or stressed or overwhelmed gives you great information about what your mindset is. And then again, going back to your triple bottom line and what's important to you, now you can choose like, oh, that totally doesn't meet my triple bottom line, or it totally does, or now you can at least choose. And that's always our goal, is to have women choosing. What would you add?
Can I use my newsletter example? This is from literally yesterday.
Yeah.
Because we work with a coach, because coaching is amazing. And I am in charge of our monthly newsletter. And I'm not in the same way, but very similar to Logan, I create my own pressure. And in this case, this is a monthly newsletter. And theoretically, it comes out on the 1st of the month, but it's recently it's been the 7th and the 15th, and I've gotten really stressed out about that. And I didn't have August's ready yesterday, and I was freaking out. And that's one of my tells, is I start getting really frustrated and not liking the newsletter, which normally I love it. And I thought, okay, when we talk to our coach, I'm going to ask her about this. This is my coaching request. And I thought, what would she actually ask me when I bring that to her? And she would ask, who do I want to be in relation to this newsletter? Which is another way of looking at my mindset. I want to be someone who takes ownership of it. And I realized that mindset, switching from the I have to do this because for no apparent reason, I felt like it had to happen right that minute. Taking ownership of it, I realized we could do an August-September combined newsletter this month. And it's my newsletter. I can decide that. It can be a double issue. It'll be even better. And I will be ahead by the time I finish it. It'll be done before September. So September's knocked out already. And as soon as I decided to do that, I felt so much better. And I gave myself literally a month of time to work on it. And it was changing my mindset from there's some rule that says I don't have ownership over this to I do. I own this. I'm the owner of this newsletter.
What I love about your story is it's that shift from I have to I get to. I have to do this newsletter. I get to do this newsletter. And it's the shift from or the shift from reactive to proactive. And both of the strategies you guys have been talking right now are what help build that pause. Because when you can build the pause, either through your triple bottom line or the mindset piece of, say it out loud, it's giving your brain a chance to slow down, and then you get to make the choice.
Yes.
And one of the first things when I'm working with clients, they're like, this really isn't about time management, is it? I was like, oh no.
Surprise.
Like, this
Never
is
is.
all about choice management. This is 1,000 times about choice management.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
If you Google choice management, you'll never find me. I said, so we're going to go with time, but I'm going to fool you. And
it's your sucker punch. Yeah, I love that one. I love too. I didn't want to skip over what Anna said about the physical effect of connecting, in our language, connecting to your heart set, coming back to that point of choice, like the physical effect of just, like that's how you know when you're connected to your heart set, right? Like the work is still there, but now it's joyous, it's easy, there's breathing room, it doesn't occur like I have to. It's really beautiful. And just noticing even how your body reacts when, this newsletter has got to go out. Like,
right now, this
I know, right?
Yeah,
like,
because it's mine and somebody no one told me it had to.
Right. Because
why do I feel so crazy? Because I'm making myself crazy.
You made it up. So tell me about how you use skill set to help with your time management.
Yeah. Do you want to start, Anna, or
shall I? Go ahead.
Okay. So skill set is habits, structures, and support. And oftentimes the first place we start is looking at your vision for your future. So I'm sure, Lisa, when you're working with people, like they have a vision of what they want. I want more free time. I want less stress. So imagining that woman, that future you, and thinking about, it's an imagination game at first, of what habits does she have in her day? Like there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer, it's just your answers. And writing down all of the things that you imagine that she does in that life, and then choose one and start practicing it. Because our life is organized for how we are right now, right? It's organized for as it exists. It's not organized for whatever is at the end of the rainbow or whatever you're creating. So starting with just one little habit is so cool, because you're living that life right now, and you start experiencing it right now. So maybe the habit is meditating in the morning or something like that. Like, and you start reaping the benefits, and then you get some momentum, and now you have your list of other habits, and you can start adding those in as well. And hey, you're on your way to actually living that life nice and easy. And if the habit doesn't work, you keep playing. Like, it's all an experiment. You just keep messing with it. So that would be the first place that I would know to look. You want to talk about the other two elements, Anna?
Well, what I was going to say about what you just said was, Logan likes to say 99% of possibility comes from that first 1%, and 1% of possibility is amazing.
Yeah.
So that one thing you do, I'm doing a little clearing, decluttering course online, and I just learned the rule of one, which is work today in an increment that you can manage one of, and it could be one file folder full of papers, it could be one paper, but whatever you can do, that one thing, that 1% of the possibility will move you toward the 99%. And like Logan said, you get momentum, and it goes from there.
Yeah. And then
have you guys read The One Thing?
I have, yes. The One Thing That Changes Everything. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, and I think, Lisa, what you said earlier about your brain, like part of this is just tricking our brain, like into believing, like it's all great to vision. And I love that part, and the heart set and all ooey gooey and all that. And our brain wants to see results, especially if we're high achievers and goal oriented. We need to see things are changing. So when you practice to do something different, you have to be something different. You have to do something different. Right. So it's a great way to prove to your brain, like, I'm still type A. Like, I need to see that this is going to work. And now once I have that momentum, yes, absolutely. Yeah, you start.
I need to feel something's going to work. I don't need to see results. Logan's the results person. I'm the feeling person. I need to feel like this is actually going to work. And doing that 1%, that one thing, I feel like, I can do this.
Yeah, and I'm thinking Atomic Habits by James Clear. Have you guys read that one?
No.
Oh, you're going to love it because it talks about the one thing and how that one thing becomes incremental. And
Yes.
yes, definitely put that on your reading
Do.
list or your pile or however that
Our reading pile.
yeah, your
Yeah.
reading pile. Yeah, he has great stories about the difference. There's a story in there about the difference between, I want to say, two different Olympic bike teams. And the one team, they just kept looking for a 1% bump in their clothing, a 1% efficiency in the way their bike was designed, a 1% efficiency in all different areas. And then
that's so cool. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
Because my little mind now is going, yeah, it could be 1% of well-being, 1% of time management, 1% of relationship, 1% of money. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, you will love that book.
awesome.
So there's three parts in your skill set: so habit, structure, and support.
Yeah.
So tell me more about structure and support.
Yeah. So structures, again, are the things outside of like reminders without effort. I'm like a broken record, or we are. Like, it's one of my favorite structures because it's so dang easy and so dang powerful, as you know. But it's really finding the structure that keeps you practicing a habit. We use daily checklists. We have some downloadables on our website. There's a self-care checklist, just anything that keeps you focused. When I was starting to run again, I used the Couch to 5K Pro app on my phone, like something that gives you the process and allows you to mark how often you're using the new habit and how effective it is, because it needs to be effective. So structures would be whatever kind of keeps you on the path and keeps that visibility to it, because again, we're human and we get busy, and well-being what? Because remember, that email is really important that I get out right now.
Email and newsletter, top priority.
Exactly, right? Very clear. And then the last is support, which would be coaching is a great support, like you do, Lisa, or we do as well. But the first place that we would invite women to look is, do you prefer private or public support? So I'm an introvert. I do really great with a coach. I don't like group process. I don't like, it's just not my thing. But really looking at what type of support you're naturally drawn to and will empower, and then creating that. Like actually intentionally creating robust support that keeps you going, even like when you don't think you can, because those days happen for all of us. So private or public support, so group coaching, individual coach, or a meetup group versus an accountability buddy, but find what works for you and intentionally create it around whatever goal or aspiration. So if it's time management, like specific support for that versus specific support for my health and fitness. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. You're bringing up I had a client and we were in the support piece, and he was younger, and we came back to check in the session, and I said, how'd it go? And he's like, I failed, which of course is what they always say. And as coaches, we know that is not
right.
true, because even if it didn't work, there's learning in there. But anyway, I said, why did it fail? And he said, well, because I didn't do these things until after I hit his support piece, which happened to be an app. And I said, you don't understand. You did the things. It's okay that the app was the piece that helped you to get there. That's why it's there.
That's the point.
I know. And
that's the point.
I was like, wow, I did not clearly explain this, that he felt that's a failure when in effect, that's there. Like, I'm sure you guys feel the same way that I do. My role as a coach is not to be with them until they die. Like at some point, or it's to scaffold the structure back to a place where they're able to continue on their own until circumstances change and the tools they have no longer work. And I said, no, this is to get rid of me so that you can do it without me.
Oh my gosh.
And there
yes.
not a right answer. There isn't a structure or support that is the same for everybody. So it's easy to say like, oh, I really should be going to Weight Watchers because that's what people do when they lose weight. And that's just not true. If you aren't that person, you might like a phone app like Mumaw or something
Right.
like
I'm
that.
saying maybe like new better.
Yeah. So it's really important that you not have some sort of outside idea of what that structure is supposed to look like, what that support is supposed to look like, because if it works for you, it works. So yeah, if you do it backwards order, it works.
Yeah.
It's just to get you, one of the things that we share with clients all the time is if whatever you're doing relies on discipline, it's probably only going to work on Tuesday. It's not going to work on Monday because you're just getting into it. Forget it on Friday. Like the week is over. Like you have a chance on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday morning, but that's it. So it's how do you build in? So in your case, you're using heart set, mindset, skill set to help build in all those pieces. Is how do you build that in so that you're not, when your discipline and willpower shrunk, you're not doomed.
Yeah. Well, this is like everything tracks back to heart set, and we like to say like it's a renewable resource, whereas discipline, willpower, it's finite. Like you can muscle through anything for a while, but your heart set, when you're really connected to that and the why and your power and commitment versus discipline, or right, like actually what are you committed to? That is a really different feeling than I have to get the newsletter out because I was supposed to do it Tuesday, so I will stay up till midnight getting it done. It just doesn't make sense. And I think a lot of us aren't groomed, trained, however you want to say it, to find what works for us.
Right.
That's a big part of heart set, is finding what works for you.
And Logan talks about the why. We don't provide the what. Coaches in general, good coaches don't provide the what. We help find the why. And when you know the why, which is your heart set, it's your true north and the foundation of who you are, that is, as Logan says, it's a renewable resource and it's incredibly powerful. So starting at that point is what fuels the rest.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Ooh, love this, of course. So you shared some of the things that work well for you. As you look back over the last year and a half or so, did you find any places where there's some bumps in the road? So you shared a little bit with the newsletter, but like from a time management standpoint, were there any bumps?
No,
it's been smooth sailing. I don't know what you mean, Lisa. It's been,
right?
Like, I don't know, ain't it?
The biggest thing for me has been hiring Nicole and Social B Marketing Communications. We tried to do so much stuff on our own. And for me, at least, it was we were supposed to. And I'm supposed to do the website, and I'm supposed to do social media, and I'm supposed to create content, and all of those things were up to me. And when we realized that from a time management standpoint, that is absolutely not sustainable, and we were just spinning our wheels and going in circles, when we realized that we could get outside support and what it needed to look like, and we hired Nicole and Social B, it's changed everything. So that's one example for me, is you don't have to do everything. And there's all kinds of help and support out there to do the stuff you can't or don't want to.
I think that's the big business owner trap. I've started my business and it's my baby and I have to do everything.
You can't.
I would agree with Anna. I think that's the biggest thing that has saved time, energy, frustration, saved our love for the work. And it's sort of hilarious being in this business because we use our own tools and we are learning along the way, and it's all fodder for the work that we do, like getting robust, wonderful support. Oh, that's right. That includes us. That includes Call Me Unstoppable. That includes getting marketing support and legal support and all of the things that go into not only creating a successful business, but keeping it fun for us. Like that, it's got to be fun. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, it's got to be fun. So I think that, that would be the biggest shift. I think it is getting marketing support, like support for the big chunks of work that we did not want to do, did not like doing, didn't know how to do.
we're not good at. We're not good at social media.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it too, is recognizing like, I'm not good at this.
And you don't have to be. There are people out there who are, and you can spread the wealth by hiring another business. It's just a win when you get support.
Yeah,
I agree. So tell us more. So much. So tell us more about the business. So who are the people that you serve?
sure. You want to go, Anna, or shall I?
Well, we could start with the mission statement. The mission of Call Me Unstoppable is to improve the quality of life for women around the world by creating this platform
where women of all colors and backgrounds come together to educate, inspire, and empower each other. So primarily we work with women who are finding that they are high achievers. They're creating a lot at the expense of other parts of their life and other parts of their world. So whether it's well-being or their relationships, whatever it is for them, but they're still ambitious. So they're looking for a way to keep creating and fill in the rest of the picture, but in a way that doesn't mean more work. Right? So for many high achievers, myself included, the default answer is work harder. Like, right, just try harder, get that 25th hour. I know it's there, or get that. Anyway, yeah. So we show women how to create results bigger, faster, and easier by aligning that trifecta. Like, that's the foundation of it all. And then we fill in with tools and things like that. But women who want to keep achieving more without working harder is the short answer. We get excited about this.
Yes.
Well, and I love the long answer. I love the fact that your ideal client, the people that you serve the best, are the people who default to, I'm just going to work harder.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Because we know how that is.
That's right. I'm there, you're there, Anna, you're there. We're three people who have lived that life.
Exactly. And I think, and we're groomed for it. Like there's this sort of badge of honor for being tired or, working hard. Like it's inculcated into so many of us. And so dismantling those personal myths again, because some of it runs really deep. Like for me, I feel like if I don't work really hard, I'm going to fail. I'm going to lose everything. Like it gets really big, really fast. Mm-hmm. So it's not just the societal messages, but it's how I've internalized it and made it into Armageddon. If I don't do that thing. Yeah.
And as women, we really are taught, and I think maybe also by nature, we take care of everything, and we are last on that list. And one of the supports that Logan and I have is getting coached. And one of the things she has helped us with a lot in terms of time management is putting self-care on our to-do list, our daily to-do list. Put that in first. You will get the work done, but you need to be full and nurtured and nourished yourself, or nothing's going to get done. And so I think for women, it's really hard not to feel like we are responsible for everything and everybody else, and that somehow taking care of ourselves is selfish. And so time management often means, well, I'm not going to get that workout in because I need to make lunches for tomorrow, or I need to do the best presentation for my team tomorrow, so I'm going to stay up really late. I'm not going to get the sleep that I said I needed. Yeah.
And it's not forever. It's just this one time.
Oh my gosh. What was my epitaph going to say so I did 15 years in the corporate world. What was my epitaph going to be, Anna?
Look, I told Logan her epitaph is going to be, if I can just get through the next 2 weeks. She said that so many times and meant it. And I finally said, look, they're going to put that on your tombstone, because there's always just that next 2 weeks. When you get through that, you'll be good.
As soon as I finish this project, as soon as this product launches, as soon as I get through tax season, there's always an as soon as.
Yeah. I call it the someday game. We all play the someday, someday when I have more time or more energy or more money or whatever. Yeah. It's never going to come.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that 25th hour. All right. So let's say that you have been able to create that extra hour every day because you're following what you're teaching and it works. And you're delegating out things that are not in your zone of genius. So you created this time. What do you want to do with it?
You go, Anna.
I was going to say, we haven't created a 25th hour, but we've created the equivalent by working our own program, literally. That was one of the things our coach had us do to start with, was do Unstoppable You, which is our online program. She said,
Right.
why don't you guys do it? Why don't you do it yourself? So in doing that, one of the things that I have managed to make time for is artwork. I like to do collage, and I had gone through a period of not doing any at all. And it didn't seem important to me because it seemed like it wasn't helping the business, and unless I could think of a way for it to be productive for the business, blah, blah, blah. But having created that buffer zone and self-care time, that's what I spend that extra hour on, and everything is better for it.
I love that. Yes, I can vouch for that. For me, it's all about well-being. So the freedom to have time to go for a walk or go for a hike or take a dance lesson or meditate or do just whatever the heck I want. Like for me, I've always said I work for time. Like the money's great, we need the money and all that good stuff, but I work for time. And particularly after losing our mother, it became all the more important. So time with family, time doing the things that do fill me up and nourish me, that's my 25th hour. Absolutely. That's all about me.
Yeah. Because that feeds everybody else. I mean, when your cup is full, you have so much more to give to your business and to all the other people that you want to help. So it feeds everybody.
Yeah.
I love your answers. Not that I'm finding them, but like I can just see you doing collage, and I could just visualize the two of you.
It's pretty wonderful. And Anna's an amazing artist. She is an amazing artist.
When I do it, and now I do.
When you get to do it. Yeah.
Now you're doing it.
Yes.
How can people get a hold of you?
Sure. The website is www.callmeunstoppable.com. You can go there. We've got downloadables. You can see programs that are coming up, group coaching, all the stuff is there. And you can also email us at support@callmeunstoppable.com anytime. And we're also on Facebook, Instagram. I think that's
LinkedIn.
it. LinkedIn. Yes, I'm on LinkedIn. Yes, forgot that one. Connect with us any way, whatever. Smoke signals, call. Yeah, right. We don't stand on ceremony here. But yeah, the website's a great place to go to just get to know us. Like, I mean, you get a good feel for who we are. But if anybody wanted to learn more about Unstoppable You, which is our online program with group coaching, or the downloadables, we've got some great free stuff. And actually, that's one of the things we wanted to mention with regard to boundaries and heart set and time management. We have a downloadable called The Art of Boundaries. That is a worksheet that you can use to get really clear on what you want to protect. I'm using my hands like you can see, protecting those boundaries. And it walks you through, it's an audio little presentation that walks you through how to get really clear on your boundaries. And that's a great place to start for your own time management.
Thank you for offering that. I so appreciate it. And we'll have that information in the show notes. So thank you for offering that. And thank you both so much for being here. It always amazes me how one interaction changes the world. So Logan and I met almost 2 years, and then Anna, we met then also
in the elevator at the Novel conference. Yes.
So that was where did we meet? Not in Jacksonville. Was it in Jacksonville? Or
it was Jacksonville.
It was in Jacksonville. So a year ago now.
Just a year ago. It's incredible.
Right. And then Navarre WBC. So we met a year ago, and then Logan and I met first, and then Anna, you and I met in the elevator. And here we are connected again.
I love it. The magic of Nowbo. Can we just give a shout out to Nowbo?
I absolutely. It tends to make its way into most of my podcasts. So absolutely.
Yes.
So it is. I mean, for those of you who are women business owners, best organization, nawbo.org. When we talk about heart set and mindset, skill set, it's all right there in that organization. So we invite
harnessing the power of women in sisterhood is masterfully powerful, and it's you can find it there for sure.
Yes, I agree. So thank you both for being here with me today. And I wish you the best. And I can't wait
back at you. We haven't seen the last of each other, I don't think.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.